Hi, everyone. So it is now the week before Thanksgiving. We're coming up on the end of the semester. And that means that this week we're going to actually read an author who is still alive. That's right. Now he's 74 years old, but Salman Rushdie is still alive. So, we're also going to read in the final week of the semester another living author who is much younger than that. So we're not only getting into people who are still alive, but we're also getting more into the diversity. And that is a direct result, really, of the imperialism that we studied at the end of the Victorian era. So Salman Rushdie was born in India. He is currently a British and an American citizen. In fact, he lives right now in New York City. And he at one time was a distinguished professor at Emory University, right here in the state of Georgia, in Atlanta. So, uh, a pretty exciting guy. Uh, and he's going to pose this question, right? So, the first thing you're going to read by him, this imaginary homelands. This is a guy from India living in Britain at the time, trying to find his identity, trying to find his national identity, as you will. And so I have a very interesting video for us called What is an American, which also will factor into the discussion posting. Uh, so think about what is an American? Is it somebody from the South? Is it somebody from the Northeast? Is it a Westerner that lives on the Pacific Coast? Is it somebody from the Midwest or from Texas, somewhere like that, right? America is such a diverse country that it's amazing that we still are a United States, right? When you think about it. So, um, you know, the question is if, the space alien comes down and says, tell me what an American is, how would you answer that question? That's what you're going to do on the discussion posting. Uh, so Salman Rushdie is also struggling with his dual citizenship, right? Is he Indian? Is he British? Which is he? But maybe, he turns out he's a hybrid of both, but how do you define that? So it's really a man trying to find his identity, and almost going through a crisis while doing it. And this, of course, is an essay form. And then we got a fun little story called The Prophet's Hair, where a moneylender, basically a loan officer, uh, finds a vial that had been stolen from a museum or from a mosque, really, with a little piece of hair from the Prophet Muhammad, and this hair has magical properties. But possessing it is not a good idea if it's not in the mosque. So you're going to see that this has tragic consequences. Messing with the hair of Muhammad. So, um, so really, a lot of this is about identity this week, and so Salman Rushdie is going to explore that, um, and you, of course, will be exploring it as well. So. Uh, I think you're going to enjoy this week. I know I say that every week, but I really think that this week's discussion is probably going to be a little bit spirited. And I think that this is going to be a good time to examine what it means to have any kind of a national identity.